Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin, and today's video we're going to take a look at the rebalancing changes in update 1.20. Update 1.20 is going to hit the live server on the 1st of March or tomorrow, the February 28th, and will bring 27 changes to vehicles in the British, German, French, and other branches such as the Italian. And therefore we're going to have some various balancing such as the nerfs, such as the buffs. Stay tuned for the video to see what is going on. But before I start, I want to make a mention to the Fair Play update. I managed to click something and I got out of the page. There were 11,500 people that managed to get their result penalized, and like 10,000 accounts got banned. Therefore, guys, make sure that you are as how to say, to be as to let to be yourself. You need to be skillful, not using the computer program to make yourself better in the game. That's what I was trying to say. But yes, impressive. 11,000 people, that is around 15% if I do an average. Therefore, like 160,000 players played a day, and let's say 70% of them did not have a clan, 50% of the clan members actually played. So yeah, a lot of players, like 1 in 10. So therefore, in a battle of 15 versus 15, at least someone or at least three people in that battle used a cheat. And it's really interesting on how this War God event played out. I never seen 10,000. I believe the from the last thing was, I don't know, like 700 or something like that. So yeah, really big improvement. I'm not sure if this is because they united like EU3 with EU4. I cannot really make this number up, but yes, make sure that you verify your mods. You use the mod hub. Someone mentioned to a video, yeah, comment that I'm using some fishy mods. And no, I'm just using the XVM, the Mark of Excellence mod, the penetration mod that shows the number, not the color of the reticle, and everything that I'm using, it's in the S-Lane mod pack that is like the first in the first page of the mod hub. So I'm not promoting any fishy programs. I'm using the game and I'm trying to be as fair myself as possible. But without further ado, let's begin the video. The Centurion Action 10 is getting some love, is getting a big TPM buff, big dispersion buff, and actually some top speed as well, just to go with it a little. It's always welcome. Hopefully people are gonna dust those vehicle off. In case you don't know, the Centurion Action 10, it's the first British medium tank in the game. It's the OG, actually the FE4202, but it go down to tier 8 and it became a premium, so therefore this tank was replaced to today's date. Next to that we do have the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen that got the big TPM improve, the accuracy as well, so pretty much like what we have in the 1.19 is pretty much like the equipment that you use with the rammer, the improve aiming unit, and vertical stabilizer. So in the next patch, you pretty much have this vehicle with pretty much like 3 slots less, and therefore now you can improve everything on the commander's vision system, on optics, and vents, for example, to make yourself the best scout in the game. Because yeah, this tank is not really competitive. It's like 44% win rate or something like that. But yes, big dispersion. You don't need to use any vertical stabilizer, and big DPM buff. T57 heavy as well got some dispersion, so therefore you don't need to use IRM. Well, pretty much now if you use the IRM, it will be the same dispersion on paper that you have on this. So yeah, aiming time buff, reverse speed buff, and dispersion. So now you can burst, like you pretty much can fire flash and still have the reticle as small as possible. So now you can burst in 6 seconds for 1600 damage as accurately as you can. And the last but not least, the Rinoceronte. The tank got reverse speed buff 25%. That's actually a really good improvement. The shell velocity of the, is that the HE shell or the hit shell? I can't really remember, but I believe that's a hit shell. Yeah, I think it's hit shell. I'm not sure. It's either the hit or the HE. Well, no, the HE was actually firing faster than the hit. Actually, I don't know, but It got improved. Not the best, but usually everything by 800 meters a second, it's gonna have the arc and it's gonna make the sniping at long range, well, not really sniping, but firing at 300 400 meters is gonna have the shell looping or arcing over stuff. So yeah, now it's gonna be much more predictable to see where the shell is gonna land. And on top of that, 20 millimeter of turret armor. This should be enough to protect this vehicle versus APCRs, actually versus standard rounds, but still versus heat is not gonna be the most durable turret as you have on a Grand Wagon, for example. On top of that, the British line as well, leading to the Centurion, got some love as well. The Centurion Mark 1 got reduced dispersion and the same as the Centurion Mark 7. So now you can have much more accurate tanks on the move. On top of that, the HWK got some love as well during dispersion and movement. Okay, so the tier 8 German. What happened with the Ru? I think the Ru is actually doing okay. But the tier 8 got as well some dispersion to go with it. Next to that, what we have, the A44. And was, how to say, this was my first tank that I actually enjoyed playing at tier 7. It was like one of my first. And with that 107, doing side scraping, doing 300 damage at tier 7 was actually really nice. And the aiming time was actually really abysmal. I had to play this tank really close. I never sniped with this vehicle, and now looks like Wargaming made it's still not like snipeable tank, but they played it with dispersion 0.45 stock. Holy moly, that was actually huge dispersion, and no, it's actually really bad accuracy and dispersion as well. But now looks like the tank got some tweaks, but yeah, it don't snipe this tank. This tank is made to play in the front line. The ARL V39, that's the tank that's using the the pay to win gun. Looks like it got uh, good, like really big DPM improve, and top speed by 3 km. Now that's actually really big of a deal. But the gun is now it with 8 rounds a minute times that by the 240, that is 1920 base DPM, and therefore the tank is still not gonna be as it's not gonna have as much DPM as you have on the 105 millimeter firing the 330, because with that you have let's say 9.2, and that is like you're gonna have something like 2100 DPM with the APCRs. If you're gonna play only APCRs, the DPM on that 105 millimeter is gonna be much better. Once again, the 90 millimeter has much better, and it's more blended for a free to play. You have better accuracy, better everything, and better penetration is like the same gun as you have on the ARL 44. Next to that, we have the Tiger P. Actually, I do have the vehicle in my garage, so we're gonna make a review of this real soon. Next to that, the Tiger P. We play with this. I made a video before it was buffed, and now it looks like it got buffed by got DPM buff, HP buff, and armor buff, and actually some dispersion buff, which is always good. But the tank is still using the same gun as the Tiger 1, and the Tiger 1 has 280 alpha damage instead of 240. Why Wargaming could not change that as well? Because yeah, this tank is still not as competitive as the Tiger P, or at least I don't feel like. The mobility is still holding the vehicle back, and the flaps are as well on front are a big pain to hide. But yes, it's always welcome that Tiger P is getting buffed. Next to that is the IKV90. And this vehicle is getting some aim time love as well by 0.3 second. It's not substantial, but 0.32 accuracy, actually dispersion 0.32. Holy moly. I never knew that you can have like this big of a dispersion when you move. But yeah, you should actually like working was looking at this tank, like I'm looking on tank GG, yeah? And Wargaming is like, let's pick a random statistics and buff it. And what they do, it's they buff the dispersion. And yeah, never try to fire on the move, or actually when you see a target, just stop aiming and shoot, because this tank is gonna like have the reticle bigger than your screen. if you're gonna turn, move, and shoot in the same time. Next to that is the, I'm not gonna pronounce the German name, I don't know how to pronounce it, is the Speak. The reload time on the stock turret got buffed, same as the aerial by 1.5 seconds. The reload time of the 90 that's the top turret, 8 seconds, that's actually really nice. Um, Mekargan, I don't know what is that. The dispersion got really a big buff. That's actually nice. But the main problem of this vehicle is the shell velocity on the AP, the hit and HE. Actually, the HE shells are really nice on this vehicle, but that's gonna be like the main problem with this vehicle. You need to know how to pre-aim with this kind of bad shell velocity. But of course, always nice to have the speak buffed. The DPM buff is really helpful for the tier 7 light tank from Germany. Next to that, the T43 got some love in its dispersion. That's actually really nice. The Comet as well, the Quick Baby is gonna be really happy. And we're back to A44. Next to that, we have overperforming high tier vehicles. They were carefully measured changes. So keep in mind they're carefully measured. And yes, the AMX M4 got nerfed. Aiming time improved by a bit. Reload time got, I don't know, you still have like really competitive DPM, but it's still not as bad. The gun dispersion got 0.33 on a 130 millimeter. That's actually insane. It's like on my IS4. You have 0.38 accuracy or 0.36 for a 120 millimeter or 122 for 440 alpha damage. That's actually insane. But yes, the vehicle got nerfed. The dispersion as well got nerfed, so they are not. The tank is not as accurate, or actually more accurate than the Conqueror, the Super Conqueror. That's actually good. The Italian vehicles got some hit as well. The Progetto 44 looks like yes, it looks like Quickie Baby made a video why this tank got hit, and by the looks of it, Wargaming actually made an answer and gave us why this vehicle was performing for 49% win rate. And the Progetto is the most popular tier 10 medium, and looks like its popularity continues to grow. And yes, that's actually really fine because you have such a big drum, and the tank is so it's easy to play. You are relaxed. You have the auto loader. You can do the damage when you want. You can fire with a good DPM. You have mobility, camo. You have everything. It's like the tank. It's really nice to play. And because of that, the vehicle is in top three. In top three or the most average damage. So yeah, in World of Tanks, nothing is important. Actually, the win rate is not that important because, for example, let's say we have three Progetto in a winning battle, and in the losing battle, there is not a rank. The three Progetto that dealt zero damage are gonna influence the win rate. So yes, the win rate is not something big in World of Tanks. Therefore, the damage, the spotting, the 3 mark expectation, the ace expectation are something that the statistics that are really needed to be looked at. Therefore, the Progetto, the Prototypo Standard P got hit as well. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. The vehicle reverse speed from 23 to 20. I cannot really say that it's a massive difference because it's still moving faster than some heavy tanks can go forward, such as the TOG or the T95. The American vehicles. Oh, looks like the E3 got hit as well, sadly. This is a mighty vehicle that stands out from the other tier 10 tank destroyer in the game. The E3. It doesn't really stand out. It's like it's a Badger that has a better gun and is taller, pretty much, and have like less DPM than the Badger. But it's still a vehicle that stands out. He got HP, less HP sadly, less V range. Oh no, bigger reload time. Oh no, again aiming time better, bigger. Yeah, they pretty much made the tank not as big as a damage dealer, and they shave up some hit points because the at least they didn't rework the armor or didn't nerf the armor. They only like made the tank blind, having less firepower or something like that. But Yeah, they didn't kill the tank, they just, set it down a little. And on top of that, my favorite tier 9, the T95. They have no mercy for it. They shaved the 360 meters view range, which means now you cannot really use. You only need to use binoculars to have the view range up to 445, which is sad. And the reload time from 18.3 to 19, and the aiming time as well got hit. So yeah, looks like no more T95 for me, sadly. But what can I say? First of all, I really like that Wargaming have they are looking at this and they are thinking, some vehicles are too good and some vehicles are forgotten. So yeah, we should like do something about it and nerf and buff. But what can I say? Some of them were really unnecessary and some of them were I don't know, they buff like something that is not really important, like on. Or was it like on this one? This was not above that really was needed. I mean, they don't make big of a difference, but who am I to judge? At least they did it. And we are gonna look at more vehicles. They're gonna be like all year are gonna have rebalance. So we're gonna have multiple videos where we are gonna talk about all of the changes and all of that. So right now I'm gonna jump into a game and make a video about the aerial. And I will see legends in the next one. So without further ado, I'll end the video here. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.